Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to Tricentis Tosca API automation tutorial. As you all know, I've already published two lessons covering basic concepts of API automation by using Tricentis Tosca. This is our lesson 3 where I'm gonna teach you about the API scan project section. Means I'm gonna show you what are all the different options that are available in API scan project section and how can we use those functions while automating your API services by using Tricentis Tosca. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon, you'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you. Before we start exploring API scan project section, let us first explore REST protocol using Swagger. So this helps you to understand how can you access the Swagger and what are all the different APIs that are available for us to automate by using Tricentis Tosca. So to explore REST protocol using Swagger, first of all, we need to access to complete this exercise. First of all, we need to access the below URL. And then we need to generate a new service access key and save the access key for your future use. And then open the service user interface with the URL that is displayed on screen, and then we are going to try out a couple of REST services like posting a coffee or to get the newly created coffee by using Swagger. So let us just open our Chrome. So what is our first step? Our first step is access the below URL webservices.toscacloud.com/training. So this is the URL that we need to access. And then what is our next step? Our next step is generate a new service access key. I'm going to generate a new service access key and I have to copy this access key, save this access key in the notepad so that I can use the same access key for any future purpose. Okay, done. Then what is our next step? We need to open the Swagger URL, service user interface. Let's go here. You just need to click on this URL, service user interface URL. Right click and then I want to open in a new tab. So this is your Swagger UI. And then try out some couple of REST services. Explore all the REST services that are available for our automation. Let us go to website. If you see here, we have all these different sections or modules. Coffees module has multiple REST services. Get coffees, post coffees, update coffees, and delete coffees. Basically, you can get all the different types of coffees that are available in a shop. You can post any new coffee, latte, right? Or if you want to post coffee with the name of what I can say, chocolate mocha, right? So you can basically create different flavors of coffees. And then update. If you want to update any coffee details, you can use update service. And if you want to delete any existing coffees, then you can delete them. And then you have a employee module where you can get all the employee related details and then you can update the employee details. And then you have profiles. So you can basically get all the profiles with the photos, delete the profiles, post any new profiles, update any profiles, right? And then I also have shops related module where you can get all the list of shops that are available in your company, and then you can post any new shop for your company, and then you can update the details of any shops, and then you can delete the shop details, right? So that means this Swagger has different modules, and each module has multiple REST services. So we are going to consider all these different REST services while automating your REST request by using Tricentis Tosca API scan. So that's why it is must for us to explore this Swagger. Okay, so let us first execute couple of services by using Swagger. I want to first use this. I want to post a new coffee flavor. Okay, for that first you need to provide the key, access key. I have already copied access key. Copy the access key and provide the access key here. And to post the coffee, this is the format. I'm going to copy the format here, request format. Okay, so you can see you already have a request format here, right? And here ID, you can provide any ID, because as soon as you post the coffee flavor or different types of coffees, it's going to generate the unique ID. I'm going to name this as coffee chocolate. I'll say chocolate mocha. Okay, I'm going to describe this as okay, chocolate mocha, and then the description I can provide very delicious sweet coffee. I'm going to say this way. Okay, and I already provided my access key. So to access any service in the Swagger, you need the access key that we generated, okay, by using this website, right? I'm going to paste all the URLs in the description. Okay, and here now let's click on try it out. As soon as you click on try out, you can see the output at the bottom. Click on try out. See, now I can see output. What is the response body? See, a unique ID has been created, and whatever the details I provided, it responded, and I received response code of 200. That means successfully I'm able to post a new coffee details to the database. And then now as we posted a new coffee details, remember the name of this, okay, and then ID also 10. Okay, now I want to get the details. I want to verify whatever the new coffee that I posted, right? Is it successful or not? It is showing me successful response 200, but I want to verify by getting the details of all coffees in my organization. How can we do that? I can get the coffees here. This is getting the coffees. You need to provide your access key as is for every service. Okay, copy the access key, provide access key. Because we are using get method, I need not to provide any body, XML body, as we provided for post method. So this does not need any XML body, it just need a URI. Okay, so now I provided access key and then click on try out. Now I received the output with all my coffee details existing in my organization. ID 1, ID 2, I can see Americano, and then you have a brave and then coffee, right? All these different types. Now if I go to the last one, whatever I posted earlier, that displays at the last, because it is created as an ID item number 10, which has a chocolate mocha, very delicious sweet coffee. That means whatever the coffee that we created or whatever the coffee that we posted by using post method in Swagger, that is now successfully loaded into our system, and I am able to retrieve all the coffee details by using get method by using this URI. So I have already explained about this Swagger bit at a very high level in my previous session. And this is your URI and this is your access key. Okay, on top you can see this is my URI, right? And this is your resource. Okay, so now we understand this Swagger and what are all the different services that are available. Now let us go to the next. So now project section of API scan. So project section of home menu contains 6 sections. What are those? You will find save as function, which saves the API scan results on the hard drive as a Tosca subset file or workspace template. And the second section that you can find is open. That means by using this function, you can open a saved API scan project. Third function is close. By using this option, it closes the current API scan project. The next one is duplicate. By using this function duplicates the selected folder or message. And then delete option. Delete option deletes the selected folder or message. Now rename option. This rename function renames the selected object in the tree. So now let us jump onto the Tricentis Tosca and see all these functions, how these functions works in Tricentis Tosca. So this is my API scan section, right? I want to create a new folder here. I'm going to say it as REST automation. Okay. Once I create a new folder, now click on URI to scan your API. If you remember correctly, in my previous session, I have already explained about scanning by using URI. So where is the URI? You just need to go to Swagger and this is your URI. Copy this URI, paste it here and click on OK. So now all the services that are available, all the modules that are available in here, right? Those are all loaded here. And if I expand this, you can see all 3 services, all 3 operations, right? So basically it loads all the operations and services that are required for us, right? Now I can, by using save as, I can save the API scan results on hard drive as a Tosca subset file. Let us perform that. Click on save as. So when I click on save as, see, if you see here, it is saving as a Tosca subset, extension as .tsu, correct? So I'm going to save this as API first project. Okay, I'm saving this API first project. I can save it. If I go to my documents, now I should see API first project saved in my local hard drive. This is my API first project, right? .tsu. It is saved now. And then what is our next section? Open. Opens a saved API scan project. Let me close the existing scan project here. Let me close this. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, click on open now. I want to click on open. Go to your documents, right? And here I want to upload or I want to select the API scan module that we saved, API scan project that we saved earlier. Select this, click on open. It loads all the details that we saved earlier. See, I can see all the details are loaded as it is. And next, close. which closes the current API scan project. As soon as I click on close, see my current entire scan project has been closed. This is my default. So my previous project has been closed. Now, if I go to duplicates, let me open previous project now again. And now, sorry, this one. API first project, right? So now this particular duplicates, this function duplicates the selected folder or message. If I want to duplicate this coffee, I can duplicate. If I want to duplicate only corresponding message, I can duplicate. Let me first duplicate these shops. Right click, you just select the folder and click on duplicate from top menu. See, it duplicated your shop underscore 1. Again, if I click on duplicate, it creates shop underscore 2. Right? So shop underscore 1, shop underscore 2. Let's assume I want to duplicate only one message, this get message. I can simply select the message and click on duplicate. See, now your message is now duplicated with underscore 1. So you can use this function to duplicate any element, either folders or your messages. Now delete. This delete function deletes the selected folder or message. Now I want to delete all these duplicate folders. Just select the folder, click on delete from top ribbon, top menu, deleted. Or I can delete multiple at a time. I can just select this and delete, right? So now I want to delete this one. Or let's say I want to delete duplicate message. I can simply select this and these two messages I can delete at a time. And now I want to delete this entire folder. Select it and click on delete, right? And then you can simply save the project. Okay, and now renames the selected object in the tree. So the best practice to rename your any messages or your folders is you need to prefix with the numbers. Let's say I want to rename this folder as 01 coffees, right? I can do this way. And then again I want to rename this. Right click on rename, or there is another way. You just select the folder, select rename from the top menu, rename 02. Select the folder, click on rename 03. Select the folder, rename 04. In the same way, you can select from here also. Right click on the folder, click on rename 05. So this way, you can rename all the folders. Best practice to rename or to name all your messages and folders in sequence order. Okay. Now, if you right click on any element, which gives lot of functions to perform. Let's say if I want to right click on folder, see, I can say create message, create folder, cut, copy, paste, duplicate, rename, delete, expand all, collapse all. Simple. Let's say expand all, expands all, right click, collapse all, collapse all. So I can perform same thing here also for each message as well. At message level, I can simply right click, cut, copy, duplicate, rename, delete, expand all, collapse all, right? So right click on any element provides lot of other functions that you can perform. Now, best practices. What are the best practices? As I told you, you need to save the API scan project in the same folder as the Tosca project you are working in. That means, see, whatever the Tosca project that you are working in, right? So let's minimize this. If you see here at the back end, you will have an actual Tosca. This is your Tosca project. From Tosca project, you navigated to this API scan, correct? From Tosca project, you navigated to API scan. This is your API scan window, but your actual Tosca project is behind, right? So whenever you save this API project, it is recommended to save in the API project only, right? Where, see, in my case, all my Tosca projects are storing under Tosca projects underscore projects. See, I can see all my Tosca projects here. So it is recommended to save API scan project also at the same location. Okay. And now, what is our next practice? There is no undo function in in Tosca API scan. When you are using this Tosca API scan window, right? Here you don't have undo function. You see here. Undo function is available in your Tosca project, but undo function is not available in API scan window, right? So if an element is accidentally deleted, it won't be possible to recover the item without loading the file or URI again. And then save the API scan project regularly, because there is no undo function available in Tosca API scan window. It is recommended to save the API scan project regularly. And then alternatively, it is also recommended to duplicate the main folder of the project and save it elsewhere in the API project. Let's say here, let's go here. Now I want to go to API scan. So this one, the main folder REST API automation, right? I want to duplicate this entire folder. What I did, you select the folder and click on duplicate, which creates your duplicate. I can rename this as underscore backup. So this can be saved in any other folder as a backup. Okay. So coming to next. So renaming the folders. As I told you, payload messages and components within a numerical prefix. So any payload messages and the components needs to be renamed with a numerical prefix, as we did earlier. Need to use the numerical prefixes, not only for the folders, for these also. For, let's simply go to rename in the order that you execute. First I execute get coffees, second I execute post coffees, third I'm going to execute put coffees. That's why I'm renaming them in a sequence order 01, 02, 03. Why? Because Tosca by default sorts all your elements by alphabetical order. So I don't want alphabetical order, but I want in an order I execute. So I'm going to give the numerical prefix or sequence order based on the sequence I execute. Okay. So what are the key points for this lesson? The key points are: the save, open and close buttons are used to manipulate the API scan project itself. And then the duplicate, delete and rename buttons are used to manipulate the elements and messages and operations of the project. You understand, right? So save, open, close buttons are used to manipulate your entire API scan project. Whereas duplicate, delete, rename buttons are used to manipulate the API scan project related elements, messages and operations. And then make sure that Tricentis Tosca is installed before exporting the API project into the Tosca commander directly. So what is this exporting API project? I'm going to explain you in future lessons, but however, you can actually export this entire API project, right? This entire API project, whatever you are seeing, this can be exported to your Tricentis Tosca so that you can create your test cases. So you won't be creating your test cases in API scan window. Instead, you are going to create your, or you are going to automate your API services by using Tricentis Tosca. That's why you need to export all the scanned API services and operations to your Tricentis Tosca so that you can start automating all the services. That's why it says make sure Tricentis Tosca is installed before you export your API project into the Tosca commander directly. So this brings us to the end of our lesson. Hope you all understand the concepts of API scan project section and what are all the different functions and options that are available in API scan project section and how can we use them. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon, you'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you.